What's up, guys? Happy New Year. We just wanted to come and kind of start our 2025 year off, even though we can't have service, with maybe something encouraging. But I hope something you can really use in your life, because I get frustrated sometimes, Hudson. I don't know how you feel, but I get frustrated because I have these big goals, these New Year's resolutions, and it seems like they never hit. I don't know if you've ever struggled with that.
Absolutely. I mean, every year I come up with that. I'm going to do better. I'm going to cut out the sodas. And I'm cracking open a cold Dr. Pepper on about January 3rd.
Yep.
And I'm like, 2 days was good enough.
It's kind of funny, but Pastor Dean and Ethan and I got back a few weeks ago from Guatemala, and so it was our second trip this year. Every time that I go to a mission trip, whether it's Tanzania with Swahili or Guatemala, in this case, speaking Spanish, I'm always really interested. Like, man, that would be really nice to know that language. But to actually do it, right, to see a change happen, it's a big undertaking. It's much more difficult to say, I'm actually going to commit to this versus I'm super interested. As a matter of fact, let me just read this. I thought this was cool. This is the definitions of interested and committed. Interested is showing curiosity, concern about something, or having a feeling of interest, which is where I was with speaking Spanish, right? Mm-hmm. But committed is to involve or engage in something. In other words, I have not signed up to learn Spanish. I've not done all these things. So I was interested, but I held back fully committing. And I think that's what keeps us from seeing major changes happen in our lives is we like the idea of something and it interests us, but the shift has to take place where I get fully committed and invested. What did you say a minute ago?
Going off that, so my dad always told me, because it's a very true statement, it takes about 3 weeks of consistently doing it to be able to create a habit.
21 days is what they say.
21 days, yes.
To build a habit. And so I just want y'all to think about what are some habits that I want to do. And we got a couple things that we're going to share in just a second. One little quick story from the Bible, Matthew 4. This is literally when Jesus called the disciples. He has this calling, and it's really cool. And you can see all 12 names involved in the story. But this is what he says in Matthew 4, verse 19. It says, and he said to them, follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men. And this is my favorite part, verse 20. It doesn't say, so they got interested and they talked about it in a committee and they gathered together a bunch of friends and they did this.
They fully committed.
Immediately they left their nets and followed. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what our 2025 year has to be. There's a lot of different things that we can look at and say, what is it that we'd like to see change? And there's big stuff like I need to lose weight. But I'm not going to if I just look in the mirror and say, I'd really like that, but I also want to eat my fill-in-the-blank junk food, right? So there has to be a shift. And one thing that I know, and our pastor does such a great job talking about it week after week after week, is getting in the Word. And people say all the time, like, I'd love to, but as long as you keep saying that, it's always going to be something you're interested in. Mm-hmm. So why not today download the YouVersion app? This is what it looks like. That is just a little Bible. And I've done the 1 year Bible for years, as you know, and I'm going to keep doing it. January 1st, today, I will download
the 1 year Bible.
The 1 year, well, I'll do this one. I'll restart this yearly plan, and so I can start over with that. And I'd encourage y'all, why don't we all do it? Why don't the 250 plus of us all download this and we can do it together? And what's good about that, Hudson, is I've always found that positive peer pressure
always makes
it works. Like if me and my friends are doing this together, there's a much better chance of me being successful because my interest level goes to a commitment level because I don't want to let you down either. Mm-hmm. And so if you'll just do that and read your Bible every single day and begin to build those positive, good, everyday things where they become stuck.
Instead of being interested in it, it's time to get committed to it.
Get committed. So that's the goal this year. We can have the best year of our lives, not necessarily the easiest, but the best year of our lives if we'll stop just being interested and we'll commit to what Jesus has for our lives. So let's do it in 2025. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you next week.